Hey guys, how's it going? In this episode, I'm going to ask a very simple question to you guys. What is retro gaming to you? I'd really appreciate if you guys take the time to post your answers below in the comment section. I will be reading through those. I appreciate that, and I really think it's cool that we all have different responses to this answer, because I really think a lot of it depends on how old we are and what we grew up with playing. For me personally, retro gaming started with the Odyssey 1, came out in the early 70s, and probably ended retro gaming, I think probably ends Dreamcast, maybe. Dreamcast is kind of there on the fringe. I don't consider 6th generation gaming like the original Xbox, PS2, or even GameCube. I don't consider those retro gaming yet. Maybe 4 to 5 years from now, those will kind of fall into the retro gaming for me. For me, a general rule of thumb is it has to be at least 15 to 20 years old to be considered retro gaming. I've talked to a lot of people who are younger, and they consider, you know, the 6th generation games retro, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I just think it's a matter of an opinion. And I've talked to a lot of gamers out there who think that the retro gaming really started with the NES, which came out in the mid-80s. But really, that's not really true, because there's a lot of great consoles that came out prior to the NES. Atari 2600, the Intellivision, one of my favorites, the ColecoVision, came out before the NES. And those systems really get overshadowed, I think, by the NES, which is really unfortunate. So a lot of people are missing out on some really great games. And I think in today's standard, those games that came out prior to the NES are very simplistic. And a lot of people who aren't familiar with that generation of gaming may look at those games and say, oh, well, they're very simple, graphics, quote, stink or suck, whatever, and they won't really give it a time of day, which is really unfortunate, because there's some really great hidden gems for those consoles. So please, I'm really anxious to see what you guys have to say in the comment section below. I do read through all the comments. I may not have time to reply to every single one of them, unfortunately, but I really appreciate you guys taking the time to share your opinions. If you guys want to stay in touch, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as my website, Gamester81.com. I'll put the links below. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. Happy gaming.